Hello there and welcome. My name is Sunshine Amos, the CEO and Project Manager, Sunshine Resources. In this video, I'll be talking about how to personalize your success. Okay, I'll be talking about how to personalize your success. And the success that I'll be talking about here is education success. Okay, because that is the success most of us are familiar with. The only authorized pathway to success that we all know is to go to school and get a job. We're saying that that pathway to success is not personalized and it is a pathway someone else designed for you. Now this is necessary because, especially in this moment now, with what we are seeing, people are becoming more and more unsuccessful in that pathway. Okay, historically most Nigerian parents are beginning to see that in their time they were even more successful than their children of nowadays. During our parent time, say some 50 60 years ago, as soon as they come out of the school they get a job. Okay, but now we are witnessing a situation where people come out of school and stay in their parents' house for a very long period of time, what we call the unemployment period. And it's a moment of hopelessness because it seems like a joke, but unending. Some parents even have to find a way to eject their children from the home because they just wouldn't go away to be on their own. The youth of this generation conspicuously lack means of livelihood. We have come to realize that the system that made our parents successful is not making us successful anymore. I mean, the instrument that created the success of our parent can no longer create our own success. But unfortunately or ignorantly, people still hook on to that instrument only. There is so much frustration among the youth of this generation, leading to high suicide rate in our society. Even as the youth face frustration of unemployment, our parents who are already even employed or retired face the frustration of poor salary, lack of pension, poor economy, high standard of living. In Abuja, for example, where I live, over 30% of Okada riders are graduate. These are people who have gone to school to acquire one form of degree or the other with the expectation to get a good job, just as education has promised them. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, they are frustrated due to unemployment and they end up becoming Okada riders. It is a very serious situation. Like the Okada riders who are graduate, some of them have to disguise themselves to prevent those who knew them from identifying them as they do the Okada job, kind of stigmatize themselves. They become Okada riders because they can't get a job after graduation, and it is a shameful thing for them to let people see them riding Okada. This is one attribute of education that we know. It bequeaths people with ego. I've come to realize that the most frustrated people in Nigeria right now are graduates. This is not a fiction. It is not a fallacy. This is a fact we see in our society on a daily basis. There is high dependency ratio. In Nigeria right now, a jobless graduate exists in virtually every home. It is actually a pathetic situation. It is on this note that we want to speak on how you can personalize your success in this video. It is a message for the next generation. If you are in any way in such condition, please pay attention very carefully. And if you are a parent, you also need to pay attention so that you know how to direct your children. The parents in this generation need to go extra mile in the training of their children. Unlike in the past, once they send you to school, they totally submit you to the school to create your success for you. And as a matter of fact, the school was our oracle. They take whatever the school says about their children very seriously. If the school says your child has no future, they accept at once. The school was seen as an oracle that constructs her success and future for a very long time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is sad to let you know that this oracle that is constructing employees does not know that vacancies are no longer available. If you're a parent and you ignore what I'm saying, no problem. Your children will come out of school and return to your sitting room, and maybe the little pension you struggle to get, if any, you will end up sharing it with them, because this is the situation most parents are going through right now. So it is important you pay attention very carefully. Now, the origin of this problem can be traced to the system that are in place. When I was growing up as a little boy, they said we were poor as a people, that is, as Nigerians, because we were illiterate. We had so many illiterate people, and so the poverty at that time was attributed to illiteracy. They said go to school and get an education, otherwise we will have no future. But today we have a lot of graduates whose lives are miserable. So what happened to the future attached to education? What happened to the success often attached to education? Why are people still poor, even with the PhDs, master's degree and bachelor degree holders that we have in Nigeria today? Nigeria is labeled as the poverty hub of Africa. Even as educated as we are, there is a multidimensional poverty in Nigeria. Don't you think something is wrong somewhere? That there are some basic truths they are not telling us. Okay? The graduates are permanently imprisoned in unemployment. Your children and my children are becoming more and more unproductive. Who created this system that is wasting a generation of people? How will you explain this situation to me? The questions are too numerous, okay? This is the reason why we must operate at new level, a new system level where we will personalize our success. We need to sit down and think very carefully, because for a very long time most of us only see success through the telescope of education. This is the success template put together by some unknown persons using a curriculum. Unfortunately, that's the only success pathway we all know. But in the last 30-40 decades, such success is no longer feasible. For those who still believe in it, it has ruined their life. It seems to have expired, but we've been programmed to always use that pathway to success, and now it has rendered most of us jobless and unproductive. This is happening this way because, just like I said before, the only success plan we subscribe to is the success plan that our education gives us. And the success that your education gives you, which is normally employment, is not a personalized success, but a kind of success of conformity, a kind of success of mediocrity that somebody else planned for you. Have you ever asked yourself, who is this person that planned this success for you in a form of curriculum, turning everybody into an employee? And why did he plan this kind of success for you? Okay, in the success plan, he asked you to go to school and get an education, and after that, get a job. That is what everybody is doing. Everybody is strictly conforming to it. This education oracle must be powerful. Okay? Now, unfortunately, people are going to school, but they're not getting the job. Now that the jobs are no longer available, why did you not go to the person or to the school or oracle and ask them, what should you do with your life? What is the oracle saying about the joblessness, unemployment, unsuccessfulness, and misery will continue to be a property of the youth of this generation if they let education plan their life for them? Our parents have made the mistake of letting the system turn them into employees, and today they are victims of salary. Salary is dealing with most employees. We hear of strikes and industrial action all the time. In 2022, ASU was on strike for over 8 months, chanting solidarity forever. We will always fight for our right. Yes, indeed, as long as you remain an employee, you will be treated like a slave. Nobody treats an employee like a king, because you can only be hired and fired. Once you accept to be an employee, you have given the employer the power to determine when to hire you, when to increase your salary, when to promote you, when to sack you, and when you serve him very well, he still determines when to retire you. At Sunshine Resources, we'll tell the youth of this generation that we ought to be wiser. We have to learn from the mistakes of our fathers. We see the retiree's life as horrible, and that's likely how your life will look like if we take the same pathway. Our parent will be our mirror if we follow the same pathway as them. If your father retired from Nigerian Railway Corporation, for example, and before he retired, he fixed you there, your life cannot be better than his. Here we ask you to create your own curriculum and personalize your success. In other words, plan your life by yourself. Do not let your education plan your life for you. Instead, you should decide what you want to do with your education. This is what we mean by personalize your success. This further means that you have to create a pathway to success by yourself. It is called customized curriculum. So how do you personalize your success? The first question you should ask yourself is that, who are you? This is an explorative question. The question is deep. Just like the digger, it is supposed to dig you out. When you dig the ground, you bring out soil. That's normal. But as you continue to dig, you may bring out gold or diamond or any precious metal or fossil fuel. It is the same thing with us. When you dig yourself, you bring out your talent and gifts in a raw form. When you discover your talent and gift, the next thing you should do is to develop them. So how do you develop your talent and gifts? Acquire a skill. We are beginning to realize that education without skill is absolute nonsense. Skills bring out the talent and gift in you. We have focused so much on head knowledge in the classroom. It is no longer working. Seek for knowledge that is skill-oriented and that can be converted into a product or service. Just like a talented singer, he first starts by singing other people's song and gradually start composing his own songs. By singing other people's songs, his own musical talent start to wake up. That's how skills wake up our talent. We are in a generation where skills are more important than education. But if you can pair the two of them, you get the best result. Please bear in mind that education will always repel your desire to acquire a skill. I remember the story of a woman who graduated from a nursing school, didn't get a job and went to acquire tailoring skill. And the tailoring master was asking her, "Are you sure you want to learn tailoring?" One of the ways you can personalize your success is to acquire a skill. The digital space provides an ample opportunity for skill acquisition. Moreover, at Sunshine Resources, we have dozens and dozens of skill templates for you to acquire from the comfort of your home. You can use the skill you have to create employment for yourself and for other people. This is what I call true leadership. Nigeria needs people who can create employment for themselves and other people. We don't need graduates who are just job seekers, purely branded with employee mindset. Acquire a skill that tally with your talent and gift and create your own occupation. One of the best ways to destroy unemployment is to acquire a skill. This is what Sunshine Resources represent, breeding leaders. So thank you very much for watching and God bless you. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can visit our website on www.sunshineresources.org.ng. You can visit our YouTube channel on youtube.com/@sunshineresources.srt. You can also follow us on our Facebook page on Sunshine Resources. Thank you very much for watching and God bless you.